welcome back to Now TV. I am just Jen YouTube channel and what's happening now. And that's kind of the reason I started the channel in the first place. So I went to the Jenny Kwan office. I had to buzz to get in. So I obviously there's issues there with people and your local constituents. I guess we don't have to guess too hard about that. And I got in and sat down and talked with the gentleman. It wasn't even her. I never got to deal with her at all. Told them my situation and the email I sent last week. He goes to check it, catches up on it, finds the information, and then I give him a little more details about the situation with the parking and the housing and everything. And then he tells me, oh, she's not a part of housing anymore, but our website still lists that she is listed for dealing with housing in the East. That's the reason I went there. And then he says, but we will help you. And then he brings me one piece of paper. Here. MLA Joan Phillip, Vancouver Mount Pleasant, NDP, and she was, I guess, voted in 2023. Now, I've already emailed her, short of the long of it, and that was what I did for today. And I gave one of my Smallville movie bookmarks to the guy, and I showed him my movie work, and I'm like telling him people who are writing movies this big shouldn't be living in situations like that, to be under those kinds of stresses when we have so many other things going on in our head that we're trying to get done. So I've been making YouTube videos since 2011. I have gone to different cities. I have literally sat down in newspaper offices like Toronto Star, walk all the way from the last stop to the building to go inside to get to see a journalist or somebody to tell my story to, so they can do a story and put it in the paper. I have gone into CTV News in Winnipeg with Superwoman t-shirts and other stuff to promote using different sites in Winnipeg to help give work to Winnipeg and to people in Winnipeg, and they had security take another security guard. I'm a licensed security guard out of the building instead of getting to know more about what it is I was in there trying to reach a journalist to talk about. Like, what are they in there doing in the first place at all? Like, when it comes to global and the city news here, like, if they don't know your name, if you're not a recognized submitter or somebody they go to for information for stories, they just aren't interested. They just don't care. And then Canada wonders why their country falls behind, and that just becomes complacent, and they're not presenting anything that's useful to the people that are watching TV, and why we switch to Netflix and other programs. But the point is, I have to keep making these videos and keep going out there and finding new people to talk to in order to get this stuff to reach the people it's supposed to reach, fans and the readers that really want to read it, and even to the actors that need to read it. Like, I even had followed Tom Hanks' wife, her phone number. She had like this text thing where all followers could get her information and you could send messages, and of course she never replies to any of that. I post messages about this movie on Tom Hanks' Facebook page. I also went to Meg Ryan's Facebook page and posted stuff there as well. And that movie was from when I was 38 years old and I'm now 49. And that movie should have been finished, and the next one after that I had started should have also been finished being written, and Robin Williams, which I wanted in it, would have still been alive. Who else has passed away that I wanted in it? Kenny Rogers has passed away that I wanted in it. And then the Smallville movie, I wanted to have Phil Donahue in it, and now he's passed away. And when it comes to the Supergirl trilogy, Margot Kidder was supposed to be in it, and she passed away right around when I was recording the parts for Margot Kidder's parts in the Supergirl trilogy. So, like, how am I supposed to fight the massive size of the invisible entity of the powers that be, of the people in this country that don't want to see me succeed, don't want anybody to know that I exist or that I'm here or that this work is here and that it happens to actually be good? When I was in Winnipeg, I had made little flyers, not like these cards, but little flyers that advertised that I had a P.O. box and I wanted headshots and people could send in $20 for the filing fee and pictures. I went out to parking lots in malls everywhere and I put them on windshields everywhere. And I only got one person to send me his headshot and a picture of him and his resume, but he didn't send the $20. He just sent me that. out of all the effort I did going out there by foot to do all of that work myself, right? So, something in there is wrong in this place where they just don't want out themselves. They don't want to find better opportunities and new things. And going to Jenny Kwan's office and her not even being there, it's like, what is she being paid to do to be at home doing? Like, is she watching Days of Our Lives or something? So, and now I have to figure out what my next move's going to be after emailing this lady here. Now, she's an Aboriginal lady who's been fighting for rights a long time. She might be useful in some things, but I'm not so sure if she's going to get a meeting with the Bloom Head Office people about what to do about parking and what to do about people who have medical needs for their vehicles need to be close by them and to be allowed to have an exemption for having to pay for parking on the streets out front of their housing or at the Rice World parking lot down the street, which is empty all the time because people use it for trash, to use to poop and pee in, and nobody does anything about it. So I don't know how much she can help with all of that, but I'm still looking to see some sort of positive response. He did say that he would forward all my information to other appropriate people to help, because I said, look, I'm not a politician. There's only so much I can do as one person. Like, I'm a writer and I have other things that I need to do. So what I decided was just to cool off and come back to my apartment. I made potato and egg salad. And now I'm going to make some peanut butter cookies. If I have enough flour from the small bag I bought, I'll make some also peanut butter and chocolate cookies, and then some peanut butter cookies. And if there's enough to have a little bit of chocolate, I'll do that. And then I'll make something that isn't sweet, like an English quick bread or something. And I will prepare all of that to go on a adventure, again, somewhere out there for the next few days. Grandview Park seems to be working pretty good for me, so I might go back to try to make enough money so I can make it out to Langley, because Langley is the only place where there's a drive-in theater, and I don't remember the last time I went to a drive-in theater. I guess I'll turn it back. I don't know when the last time was I went to a drive-in theater. It's been a very long time, and I miss drive-in theaters. I miss roller rinks and all-nighters. I miss video arcades. I used to do vending machines and video games myself, many moons ago. And I don't know why we would stop having all that stuff available to us just because we create new technology. We should still be allowed the option of having and enjoying all of these things. So I want to go to the drive-in theater, and there's some good movies there. But the big thing is that Beetlejuice 2 is playing at the Twilight Drive-In, so I want to go. And I want to make sure I have enough people in the car, because they have Pack the Car Day on a Thursday, and Friday the 13th is the next day, and that's when the town fair in Aggasis starts. It's weekend fair, and I don't want to miss a town fair anywhere that starts its opening day on Friday the 13th. Who in their right mind would not have the sense of humor to go, okay, I gotta be there for Jason and for Freddie for their crossover story for the sake of Friday the 13th. And stay overnight if I go to the drive-in on Thursday until Friday, and then have stuff to sell when I'm out there around also my visit. Now, the first day at the fair is free, so all I have to worry about is my comfort overnight, and all the supplies I need to sell some more stuff out there, because I need to get out of this city and get a break from what is not happening here. So all I'm saying to people is, if you're getting these election envelopes in the mail about the October vote, don't vote. Like, just stand up for your rights and saying, well, why would we vote for you to keep making money sitting on your butt in an office behind a desk, or having other people in the offices behind desks while you're running around doing nothing somewhere in your car, or driving around aimlessly? I don't drive around aimlessly. When I get in my car, I have places to go and things to do. And I don't like people on the road that don't know where they're driving or why they're out there. And it's really bad is that people don't even follow the road rules right anymore. Like, they're just turning right out wide into the second lanes when they're making their turns. And they're getting in the way of people that are on smaller contraptions and stuff, causing people to yell, hey, stay in your lane. And you're not supposed to drive like that. When you make a turn, you're supposed to go into the direct lane to your right or to your left, wherever you're going. And then you signal out into the second lane that you're trying to get out into. Or right, whatever side you're on. Like, just because you passed your road test the first time doesn't mean you're supposed to forget the rules. So I need this weekend getaway. So I'm going to go back to baking. I'm going to keep checking in on my car. I've parked it right out front of the house. There is a note in the window that says that I have medical needs for needing my car close to me. And where I parked it last night did work. And I took pictures of the people sleeping and living in that area. And that place, Cordova Place, is also part of the Bloom housing. So you can see how big and bad the problem is. And that I cannot alone obviously do anything about it. So this is where we need to see the power of God in action here beyond the human measures that are not able to think God enough in order to get action done. So I'm going to go now, guys. If you have any recommendations of food you'd like to see me make, that you'd like to find out there, when you find me out there, whether I'm at Trout Lake, Grandview Park, or over in Kitsilano or somewhere cool that I find, just send me a message. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Keep up on the adventures of my writing saga and trying to reach Tom Mowing with the Smallville movie, and Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks with You've Got Mail Too, and my publications for everything else coming up. Bye.